right. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us tonight on this call. Welcome. I know for some of you, this is your first time doing Zoom. So first of all, congratulations on figuring out Zoom because that's probably the first challenge that you would have signing on. So I'm really excited about tonight's call. As most of you know, tonight we're going to be focusing all about the Children's Health Study and the impact that good nutrition can have not only on our children, but our entire family. And I'm just so excited to be on this call because really the Children's Health Study is the reason why I said yes to Juice Plus. I was introduced to Juice Plus a few times, and by the fifth time I heard about Juice Plus, it finally made sense to me. And I think it really made sense to me because, I was a busy mom at the time. I'm a registered dietitian. I coach, I teach classes, and I was realizing the true struggle that we have as moms with finding that balance to get good nutrition into our kids' diets. And for some of you, getting good nutrition into your family's diet may be really easy. Your kids eat everything, and whatever you put out, they gobble up. But for many people, including myself, sometimes kids can kind of, turn their heads with, whatever we're putting on their plate, or just not interested in the food that we're offering that day. And I'm sure we can all relate with those food struggles. Well, for me, my food struggle started with my youngest son, Stefano. When he was born, he literally came out with eczema from head to toe. And I really was not in tune with what eczema was. I knew that it had some type of autoimmune connection, but I really thought, oh, well, I'll just, make sure that his skin is really lubricated and it doesn't get dry and I'll be able to overcome it. Well, his eczema quickly turned into a lot of breathing issues. He had RSV, respiratory illness, and his whole first year of life, we really spent managing his illnesses. He wasn't really thriving. I was going to allergists, to pediatrician, to allergists, and finally around his 1-year birthday, we realized he actually had a peanut allergy. So if it wasn't for a good friend of mine who actually was a respiratory therapist at CHOP, if she didn't have the courage to share with me Juice Plus for the 5th time, I probably would never have been able to get the nutrients and the good nutrition into my son's diet and really help his body fight off all this inflammation that was happening. And luckily, when we started on Juice Plus 5 years ago, I literally saw Stefano's health change before my eyes. His eczema started to clear up within weeks of taking Juice Plus. I noticed through our first winter that we were not using a lot of his inhalers or any type of asthma medication. And then ultimately, a year later, we were shocked to hear that his peanut allergy had gone away. So for me, it really was the true validation that I was looking for in the product. I am a registered dietitian, like I said, and I really rest my laurels on research and making sure that what's in the product is on the label and it's getting into not only my kids' bodies, but my body, my husband's body, and my other children's bodies. So I was so excited to hear about Juice Plus and to be exposed to it. For those of you that aren't familiar with what Juice Plus is, Juice Plus is a variety of different fruits and vegetables. Whitney, I can't see the slide. Are you able to put that slide up? There we go. Okay, great. So I wanted to share with you, for those of you that are on tonight that aren't familiar with what Juice Plus is, this is what got me as a dietitian. As soon as I saw that it had a nutrition label, that all the products and ingredients were listed were actually food-based, it made sense to me right away. And I knew I wanted to flood my body, my child's body, with this nutrition. It was all natural. It made sense to me. And if I could find a way to heal his body through natural means, I was willing to do that. And I'm so glad that I did, because after being on the product for 4 years, I've seen not only Stefano's health change, my other 2 sons rarely get sick. They haven't been on antibiotics in 4 years. My own energy has changed. I no longer suffer from reflux. I have great workouts. My gum health has greatly improved. And my husband's health has changed. He used to suffer from headaches from time to time. And I think his thing that he's so proud of is that finally, for the first time in his life, he's been able to put on some decent muscle mass because he has a good nutrition in his body to support the high stress exercise that he does. So it has made so much sense to me. But the thing that really got me when I was looking at the product was the clinical research. And if you can see on the slide that Whitney's going to put up, if you're not into research, that's fine. But what I will tell you, that every product that is out there does not have clinical research behind it. And if I'm going to recommend this product, not only as a mom to my friends, but as somebody who works in the medical field, this research is really my backbone. So once I saw that it was in the top medical journals in the world, I knew that I could recommend this with 100% confidence. But what I'm really excited about is the observational research that we've seen with our Juice Plus Children's Health Study. And that's really what tonight's call is about. You'll see on this slide here in front of us, participants that, or children that participate in our Children's Health Study have such a huge significant change in their health. Starting with, 56% of kids that have participated in the study are now taking less prescription medication, all the way to the top of almost 100% of children reaping some type of positive benefit. And what is greater than this? I mean, here we have it. This is evidence that when we get the Juice Plus in our child's diet, that they have the foundation that they need to really turn around their health. And it makes me so excited knowing that we can get this in our children for free. For those of you who are not aware, the Children's Health Study, what it means is that for any sponsoring adult that gets on our capsules, so that would be the red and green, or the purple, the trio in combination, you can sponsor a child for free on Juice Plus for 4 years, as long as they're within the ages of 4 to 24. That is a true testament of this awesome company and their mission to really inspire healthy living, not only in us, but in our children as well. So I'm so excited for you guys to hear 2 other stories tonight. The first story you're going to hear is about a very busy mom that some of you may know on the call. And we're really lucky to have 2 of her beautiful girls with us on the call as they share their story and how Juice Plus has impacted their family's health. So I'm going to turn it over to you, Janine.
Okay. So I'm a mom of 2 and a wife and an avid CrossFit athlete. Sorry, that's a good dog. I'm an Uber volunteer, most recently a dance taxi driver. So if this sounds familiar, I'm sure it does for a lot of you. You could just remove my name and insert yours, and that equals a busy mom. I was introduced to Juice Plus in 2015, but at the time I wasn't really interested, and I just simply said no and walked away. I was reintroduced to Juice Plus in 2016 in January. And at that time, I decided I had nothing to lose and everything to gain. So I began Juice Plus for myself with the capsules and the shake, but I did it all in secret. I didn't let anybody else know, just in case it wasn't something that I was into, then no one would know. So I didn't tell anybody, and then I did see some changes, and they were positive changes. I lost some weight, and I have much better sound sleep. My skin is clearer, my hair has gotten thicker and stronger, and overall I feel great. So I then introduced Juice Plus to my family and have incorporated the one simple change into our daily routines. My husband and the 2 girls began taking the capsules and the chews in May. And at that time, my husband tossed out in all of his supplements, his elixirs, and other quick fix health products that he was purchasing randomly often. And he hasn't looked back. And actually, he just finished up our 10-day shred program. And he's very happy, and he's going to continue on with that cranberry cocktail. So that's his new drink of choice in the morning. My goal as a mom has been to make us as a family happier and healthier. The one simple change concept has really worked with us. So starting this summer, I proposed a water challenge for the family, and I created a chart with all of our names on it, and figured out how much water we all needed to drink, which was, half our body weight in ounces. And that every time one of the kids drank some water, they put a sticker on, and same with Michael and I, we did the same thing. And at the end of the week, there was a prize. And usually the prize during the summer was something to do with the whole family, so we got together. I no longer use the chart. I kind of hold them accountable for drinking their own water when they get off to school. But there is still little trinkets at the end of the week if they do drink all of the water that I ask them to drink. Now that school's back in session, I've placed a challenge on myself. I want to send the girls off to school eating healthy, nutritious lunches. I haven't made a lunch for them in the last 5 years, so this is a big challenge for me. So I get up every day and I do make them lunch, but during, we had some healthy kids camps over the summer, and the kids made these little memo boards. And so this is, we've actually incorporated this every week. So on Sunday, we clean it off and the girls write what they want for lunch. And then I go to the grocery store, or my husband goes, and then I know what to make them every day. So this has helped a lot. So there's no guesswork at 5:30 in the morning when I'm making lunches. And then as a family, we recently went to the Melbourne Farmers Market for the first time, and the girls had a blast. They got to try some fruits and veggies, and we bought those, and they were incorporated into their lunches for school. And after dinner one night, I was trying to find some organic extract, so I said, let's stop off at Kimberton Whole Foods. So we had an entire family field trip to Kimberton, and yeah, we were in there a little longer than I had anticipated. The kids were up and down the aisles, they were reading labels, they were checking out candy and gum, and they're like, I think this is okay, Mommy, I think I can eat this. And then Michael was like checking out all the different ice cream that's not really ice cream. And then we walked out and they're like, that was really cool. I was like, okay. Very exciting Saturday nights. So we all have benefited from the Juice Plus. My girls have very busy activities, an activity schedule on top of their school and homework. And I'm so pleased that they're taking Juice Plus, because I know at the end of the day that they have eaten all of their fruits and veggies. We've covered that gap. When with their improved food and water intake, they have the extra energy to continue to move and to shake every day. So I have Ellie and Missy here, and I'm going to ask them some questions. So girls, so now that you started taking Juice Plus, do you find that you're eating more fruits and veggies every day?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so what kind of fruits and veggies?
A lot of broccoli and carrots and celery and peppers, and we discovered yellow beans at the farmer's market, and they were good.
Okay. And so since you started Juice Plus, do you find that you're making better, healthier food choices?
Yeah.
Yeah. How about you when we go out to dinner?
Yeah, I usually order a grilled chicken instead of grilled chicken fingers like I usually did, but I don't do that anymore.
Okay. When we go shopping, when I take you to Wegmans, all right, what's your favorite part about going shopping?
I like finding different healthy snacks for lunches.
Any fruits?
I like to find new veggies and fruits.
Okay. And since you take Juice Plus, how's your sleep?
I feel like I'm dead.
A sound sleep?
Yeah.
You?
Sound sleep.
Okay. And how about your nails?
They're long.
They're long? Have they grown faster?
Mm-hmm.
And your hair?
They're long.
Very long. And now, so think about last year's school and this year's school.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're in class, are you able to focus a little bit better than you maybe a little bit last year than this year? A lot better?
And I remember I used to pack pirate booty and cookies.
Yes, you don't do that anymore?
No.
Okay. And how about your energy? So with all of your activities that you do you find that you still can do all of your activities and you have energy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
A lot.
Yes? All right. Okay. That's it. I don't hear you. Where's Whitney? Okay.
No. Good. Okay. Well, thanks, Janine and girls, so much. My little friend has joined me too. This is Stefano. Say hi, Stefano.
Wait,
How
one
much
second.
do I get to owe all of my
I just want to see what he says.
involvement with Juice Plus too? Because if it wasn't for this little man, I don't know if I would have been so open to Juice Plus and hiring others. So I want to include one more mom on tonight's call. Marissa is on the call, and I just love the fact that I've got to meet so many of you guys just through Juice Plus. And Marissa is somebody that I really admire a lot because she too is in the medical field. She's a physician assistant and a busy mom, and is a distributor with our business, but also works, like I said, to support the PE. So I'm going to pass it over to Marissa so she can share her story with you.
Thank you. Can everybody hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I've never used my iPad with this yet. So hello, welcome to our call. I am Marissa. For those of you who don't know me, I am a physician assistant and also distributor with the Juice Plus company. And for over 3 years now, my family and myself have been benefiting from Juice Plus. And really, I did start out very skeptical and at first, but I noticed and I felt a difference right away. And I just knew that really that was for real. And when I was feeling that difference, I really said to myself, this needs to be something that I introduce my family to as well. And right away, my daughter, we got her, I actually paid for her Juice Plus right away. I didn't even really think about the fact that I could get this for free, and I didn't utilize that benefit right away. She's actually right here. Say hi real quick.
Hi.
She has a lot of homework tonight, so she was going to talk, but I'm going to speak on her behalf.
Sorry.
So for the first 4 months, I paid for her Juice Plus, and it didn't matter to me that I was paying for it, and I didn't even realize that the Children's Health Study was out there because I just knew that I needed her to get this nutrition. She is a very busy, busy lady. She's been a competitive dancer since she was about 5 years old, and also a field hockey player. That started when she was in 4th grade. So you can imagine the type of energy level that she needed to sustain when it came to her schoolwork and then after school activities. And I, as a busy mom working in the medical field, I was gone for long hours. So we were relying a lot on packaged things for dinner and lunches sometimes. So getting these gummies into her diet, whether it was for a snack with her lunch or, just with her breakfast, I just knew at least she was getting a variety of fruits and vegetables. And that just kind of made me feel like I had like a little bit of a seatbelt on her for her nutrition. Once I did finally realize that the Children's Health Study was a part of all this, I right away jumped on board. I could not even believe that a company would offer something like this for free because it just packed such a powerful punch nutritionally that it just almost didn't even seem for real that it would be for free as long as I was taking it or my husband was taking it. So she really just has shown over the years, it's been about 3 years now that, her sustained energy levels in sports are unbelievable. She dances multiple hours a week, and at her shows during the weekends, she goes sometimes 3 and 4 times on and off that stage with no issue. She really has become much more aware of her own health. So she's almost 13 years old now. So she's now finally, becoming aware of how her body feels. Maybe when she's not eating so good, maybe when she has like a busy week and she maybe doesn't do so well with her water, or she maybe goes, one too many times to Wawa with her friends, but she always comes back around and, she takes a couple extra gummies if she feels like maybe she's a little bit run down, or she can really feel that maybe she needs to just rest and, pump up her diet a little bit better. So it's really, I think, helped her on a whole become aware of her own wellness, which to me as a mom and as a healthcare professional, I couldn't ask for more, because you can talk to your kids as much as you want about eating right and giving them the right foods, but until they're making those decisions on your own, you don't realize that they've actually really taken in that message. So that has been probably the best part of it for me, because I know not only am I able to give her those fruits and vegetables, but now she's choosing a healthier lifestyle on her own at such a young age. So moving a little bit more towards like my professional side with Juice Plus, I haven't really been able to like incorporate it into my professional practice as a PA, but just thinking about all the lives that I know that I could help. For 9 years, I practiced in family practice and sports medicine, and we were the school district physicians for about 3 or 4 of the local districts. And there was a lot of times that we saw kids with just issues with definitely related to poor nutrition. I mean, I would talk to them about their diet and just the exacerbation of chronic illnesses that they maybe were dealing with. Even attention disorders were worsened by what they were eating. And it was just scary sometimes to hear what these kids were having for breakfast, for lunch, to fuel their day. So the Juice Plus company coming into my life, although I haven't been able to, incorporate that yet as I would love to in my professional practice, I've been able to really send those little messages to each and every patient encounter that I can, because I know that there's no disease out there. There's no health state that's harmed by good nutrition. So just knowing that I can offer these little tidbits of information about really improving the health of others through, a variety of fruits and vegetables is been a blessing. And I look at those kids and I think all these athletes and children that we've seen kindergarten through 12th grade, some into college, that could be reached somehow by this message, and then possibly with this free children's health study, is just, it's amazing to me that we're able to reach that many kids. So I have a college story also. So since we only have one child, my husband and I have a young girl in our life who has really been a great mentor to Erin, our daughter, and we're only sponsoring one child. So because it's just Erin. So since we're both on the product, we chose to sponsor our friend Megan, who was going through nursing school and was really, really having a tough time. She was just stressed to the max, and she was living the college life. She was not even 21 yet, but she was just feeling the effects of just stress and trying to get through the nursing program. And she posted something on Facebook that I saw one night about her allergies and how horrible she felt. And I just right away responded. I said, I have something for you. I know that you need more fruits and vegetables in your diet. I know that your diet's not great. I hang out with you sometimes at the dance studio and I see the schedule that you keep. Let me help you. And it's been about a year now, and she is a whole new person. She's just feeling great. Her energy levels are good. She's graduated nursing school at this point, and she's moved on to CHOP, where she's able to help kids as well. So she's a recipient of the Children's Health Study, and now she's working with kids. And I just can't imagine like what's going to come from that, because I know that she's going to be automatically thinking about all the help and the benefit that she's gotten from her Juice Plus and how she could pass that along, later on as she goes through, and she's helping all these kids and getting them through their illnesses. So it's really a really great program. I love it.
Thanks, Marissa, so much for sharing that. That is a great story. And it just reminds me of the fact that, we physically, sometimes don't see the changes that Juice Plus has, but we feel it on a cellular level. When you hear people saying they're not sick as often, they're not on medication that often, they have more energy, they're sleeping better. Those are the true qualities of wellness that I look for when I'm trying to help somebody, not so much weight all the time. And I think in this world, and especially for our kids, we want to instill good eating habits in them as soon as possible. And Juice Plus is just a vehicle for us to get these nutrients into their bodies at a young age when they're struggling with if they like the food or not, so that later in life when they go to introduce that food, the body recognizes it and actually will want to eat it. So I'm just so grateful, you know, that I put this in my kid's body. It's like that seatbelt when they leave the door every single day. I know that no matter, you know, what they eat in their lunch or what they don't eat at lunch, at least they're hitting that pillow with, you know, nutrition for almost 40 different fruits and vegetables on a daily basis. And it just, you know, makes me feel good as a mom. And I feel like I'm winning the mom fight when it comes to food, which is great. So you heard a lot of different stories tonight. You heard how Juice Plus can impact not only the children's health, but also our family as well. And, you know, this amazing thing is in our children's health study, we've now, I think, impacted almost 1 million children since its inception, and it's growing day by day. So even if you don't have children, like Marissa was saying, and you want to get on the product, you can give this gift of health to anybody, as long as they're between the ages of 4 and 24. You know, what a special thing to say to somebody, I care about you so much that I want to, you know, put some good health and nutrition into your world. So keep that in mind. I hope that you learned something on tonight's call. If Juice Plus makes sense to you and you're ready to get started right away, please connect with the person that invited you to listen tonight. If you need more information and you want to learn more about Juice Plus, we can get you any type of video that you want, or you can do a connection call with somebody so we can get the questions that you have answered. And if you really are trying to change the health of your community and you want to make a difference in possibly the community that your children, you know, are involved with, whether sports or school or church, we need partners on this mission. And, you know, you'll see there's 14 of us on the call tonight. And just imagine if 10 of us reached out to families today, we would be impacting almost 140 families right away. So it just truly is a gift to be involved with a company that, you know, really cares about the health of our children. Many of you probably know that in today's world, if our children don't change their eating habits and their lifestyle choices, that they may not live as long as we do as parents. And that's scary for us. But the great thing is that we have this tool and we have the gift to offer Juice Plus to people that we know and the people that we care about. So I just want to say thank you tonight to Janine and Marissa for sharing your story, and for you all for taking a small moment of your time to hear about Juice Plus and hear about one simple thing that could possibly change the future of your family's health. So Whitney, if we could maybe unmute the lines, and if anybody had any questions.